I'm from Nekota and I love listening to Today FM.
My name is Ken Godler and I'm from Australia, but I'm part Fijian from Watraki, and I love listening to Today FM Rocks.
For the best music and less talk, we tune into Today FM in National Village. Today FM rocks.
My name is Inai Ali and I'm from Ba, and I love the big breakfast on Today FM. I just love it and hope you love it too.
My name is Jay from La Paz. I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
My name is Naushin and I'm from Sambeto, and I love Today FM. Today FM rocks.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
Good evening, I'm Amrita Priyadarshini and this is FBC News. Tonight, alleged notorious con artist causes commotion in court. Agriculture exports to suffer after recent flooding. And new owners for Suva Private Hospital. Alleged con artist Binesh Kumar Raj, who faces numerous charges, created a huge commotion in the Suva Magistrates Court this morning. Raj not only damaged cell block property, but also swore inside the courtroom. Sharon Shivan was in court and files this report.
Binesh Kumar Raj charged with 2 counts of impersonation, 2 counts of obtaining financial advantage by deception, 1 count of theft and 1 count of absconding bail, was produced in court this morning. However, even before he appeared in court, Raj was making a scene.
Just now the police officer, what happened? Just now the police officer assaulted me. Just now. He tell me about the meta case for this fact.
Once inside the courtroom, Raj used F words against the court system, claiming he has not been given justice and that he was assaulted by police officers. He also kept on shouting that he is on hunger strike and that he does not want to be kept in the cell block, saying if he is, he will harm himself. He kept on interrupting the court proceeding, telling the police officers to return him to St. Giles Hospital. Raj was admitted at St. Giles Hospital in August last year after he tried to harm himself. However, he escaped and evaded police for 3 months. On allegations of police assault, prosecutor Sanil Kumar told Magistrate Chochi Basiwanga that the officers were just trying to calm him down as he had damaged electrical wires in the cell block before being brought to court. Raj also dismissed legal aid counsel and informed the court that he will engage a private lawyer. He is alleged to have falsely represented himself as a health inspector on the October 28, 2014 and unlawfully inspected Golden Water supermarket in Nasese. On the same day, he is alleged to have obtained financial advantage by deception from one Alan Fang, promising him a business license but failed to do so. A month later, he is alleged to have visited the same supermarket and obtained $1,000 from the owner. On February 10, 2015, Raj allegedly stole items worth close to $12,000 from a woman in Suva. He had absconded bail since April 13, 2015, until he was arrested 2 months ago. Raj will take his plea next Friday. Sharin Shivan, FBC News.
Less than a year after suffering one of its most devastating losses to TC Winston, the agriculture sector received another battering from the floods of TD04F. As Roland Koroy reports, the $11.7 million in damage is expected to see a hike in vegetable and root crop prices, while the supply for export is expected to take a dive.
The Central Division, which faced the full brunt of TD04F, suffered the highest loss of $8 million, followed by the Western Division, $2.3 million, the North lost $1.4 million, and the Eastern Division, $40,000.
Materials will be supplied, include kumala, cassava, and dalo. Those seeds will also be distributed to the farmers once their fields are ready for planting.
Tailevu, Rewa, Naitasiri, Serua and Namosi are some of the biggest farming areas in Fiji and were the worst affected. Key commodities like ndalo suffered damage up to $5.2 million, cassava suffered a $1.15 million damage, while damage to assorted vegetables reached $1.8 million. This is expected to have a drastic effect on exports.
Usually our exports are affected, but we hope that we will pick up very quickly, and that is why we are encouraging the farmers. That's the reality in agriculture. There are a lot of risks, but we get back to it immediately.
It's during this time that prices of fruit crops and vegetables are expected to increase dramatically. And while the Ministry of Agriculture is hoping that it won't be as bad as the aftermath of Tropical Cyclone Winston, the trend is already evident here at the supermarket.
I used to pay $40 for one sack of dalo. Just this morning, I had to pay $80. The price has all gone up.
Before we used to buy this okra for $1 kg before the flood, but now we have to pay $3 kg. So we have to pile a little bit in a heap so that we can get something.
But hopefully, farmers that are not affected will cover gaps for us in the meanwhile, so that price hikes are kept to a minimum, and of course for a short period as well.
The Agriculture Ministry has pulled out all the stops, providing seedlings, planting materials and all other necessities to farmers to enable a quick turnaround. Roland Koroi, FBC News.
The Suva Private Hospital has a new shareholder, with Oceania Hospital Private Limited paying $7 million for 30% of its shares. The facility will now run as Madras Institute of Orthopedics and Traumatology Pacific Hospital, or Mayat Pacific Hospital. Pranita Prakash reports BSP Life still holds 70% of the business.
The partnership will see Fiji having access to much needed and previously unavailable medical services.
The new New York Pacific Hospital will, over the next few months, bring about more specific specialist skills to complement and improve our healthcare industry. The intention of New York Pacific hospitals is also to also fill the void in the specialist areas where there is a significant skill shortage.
The hospital has 140 staff, and BSP Life Managing Director Malakai Nayanga has assured there will be no job losses.
All the staff of Suva Private Hospital have been engaged, will be engaged in the new entity without any loss of any employment. New York will be further complementing the current resources with additional human and technical resources.
Oceania Hospital's Director Aviraju says new services will also be provided in due time.
We will be expanding the hospital, the current basement. The constructions will start in the next week or so. So the hospital will be expanded to include new services. And these are services which is not currently available in Fiji.
$14 million will be invested on extending the hospital and upgrading facilities in the next 6 months. A formal launch is planned on the 18th with announcement of cost for medical treatment at Mayat Pacific Hospital. Pranita Prakash, FBC News.
The Fiji Police Force have confirmed that the 32 kilograms of heroin that was seized by the Australian Federal Police dates back in 2014. Chief of Operations ACP Rusiate Tundravu confirmed to FBC News this was not a recent drug bust. Australian Federal Police revealed last week this was one of the biggest drug busts, where 1.1 tons of heroin and cocaine was seized north of Sydney. The 2.5-year investigation has resulted in the arrest of 15 men. Now, after the break on FBC News, 200 traffic infringements in 3 days. And Belgium Deputy Prime Minister ends official visit. Stay with us.
Salabuki may nakaulebu na kialati lebu au saborong tunga en Radio Fiji 1 nando may biti na po ang ganbiyan yan.
Ebi nakabayaw Radio Fiji 1 nando may biti na po ang ganbiyan na evangolite ay rakiraki.
Kay mami na marama ni Northland. Kay mami daw talenta ka na Radio Fiji 1 nando may biti na po ang ganbiyan yan.
Na Radio Fiji 1 nando may biti na po ang ganbiyan yan.
Welcome back to FBC News. 3 days into 2017 and 200 people have been booked for traffic infringements. Director Traffic SSP Mahesh Mishra says it's not a good start to the year with 14 drunk driving arrests. Kelly Vadala reports.
5 deaths on the road in 3 days doesn't make for a good record, and the Fiji police force isn't letting anyone off the hook.
137 is speeding, and other offences are 48, including other running offences, that is driving without driving license, illegal operations, careless driving, and so forth. The most serious one is speeding and drink and drive.
Despite heavy police presence throughout Fiji, the responsibility lies with drivers and their actions on the road.
I think driver awareness, driver education needs to be relooked at probably, and just basically driver attitude as well on the roads. Needs a change of mindset. That's quite a high number.
Advice to the teenagers who drive, just be careful. Walking around the night and street party on the day.
I think drivers should take the police seriously because we're all trying to be good road users. This is definitely not a good start to 2017.
With school starting in a few weeks, police will continue with their operations and set up certain checkpoints to ensure the safety of students. SSP Mishra is urging all parents and guardians to take responsibility in getting their children to school safely. Kelly Vadala, FBC News.
Belgium's Deputy Prime Minister Didier Reynders met the Ministry of Health senior officials at the ministry's headquarters in Suva today. The Assistant Minister for Health, Alex O'Connor, and the Permanent Secretary, Philip Davis, met with the delegation and held discussions about the ministry's health programs and services provided through partnership with the World Health Organization and relevant stakeholders. Discussions were centered on the ministry's programs to reach out to rural and maritime communities, developments to enhance health infrastructure, training and capacity building of health professionals like doctors and nurses, pharmaceutical services and public health services. Belgium's Deputy Prime Minister also met with the Prime Minister Vorenga Bainimarama, Minister for Tourism Fayaz Koya and President Chioche Konrote. Reynders departs the country tonight. Fiji Airways Managing Director and CEO Andre Filion says the comfort of their passengers are extremely important to them. His comments are in response to criticisms on social media regarding a picture of a woman who appears to be struggling down the steps of a Fiji Airways flight at the Sydney airport. Comments posted of the picture questioned why she wasn't lowered down on a lift truck. Filion says they are aware of the unfortunate situation but are unable to provide any further information as they are unable to discuss individual customer matters. He says, however, that they're in direct discussions with the passenger and addressing the issue with their team and stakeholders concerned. Now to sports, and here's Jamie with the latest.
Thanks, Amrita, and good evening. Coming up, FRU welcomes the newest member of the Fiji Sevens team, Coach Gareth Baber. And junior netballers ready to face top teams. We'll have this and more after the break.
It's me Simster here right from the Reykjavik town और सुबह ब्रेकफास्ट शो में मैं सुनता हूँ जब ब्रेकफास्ट शो में रहता है अश्लील और संगीता के साथ इसी के साथ सुनते सुनते 11 से 2 भाभी दी का शो जितेन शामिल you know something Reykjavik मिर्ची FM is hot
मैं हूँ श्वेता दुकुशन नर्सरी से लोग देखते हैं ईद का चांद लेकिन मेरा चांद तो मिर्ची FM है
हमारा नाम जाबिर है हम कोर्निविया नसोरी में रहता है मिर्ची एफएम हम सब टाइम सुनता है मिर्ची एफएम बहुत जुलूम है मिर्ची एफएम इज हॉट
मिर्ची एफएम इट्स हॉट
Newly appointed Vodafone Fiji Sevens coach Gareth Baber arrived in Fiji today. After a meet and greet with the bosses at Rugby House, he addressed the media with some of his initial goals. While Baber accepts he has big shoes to fill, he looks forward to the challenge ahead of him. Vasnil Prasad reports.
The most talked about man in Fiji and probably in the Sevens arena, Gareth Baber touched down in Nadi this morning. A small crowd including Fiji Rugby Union Chief Executive John O'Connor welcomed the new coach.
Beautiful country. I've been here a couple of times previously as well, so I know how rugby is thought of in Fiji. I know it's a big part of your identity and the family identity in Fiji, and I'm looking forward to pushing myself and pushing the players to be the best that they can possibly be.
Baber then headed off to Suva, arriving at FRU headquarters at midday and wasted no time in confirming his plans for the next few weeks.
What I want to do is get my time to get to know the players, get to know the staff, find out really what the group is about in terms of where they want to go and their motivations for recreating what they've done over these last 3 to 5 years.
He's bound to have questions about the national team and its success, but Baber is ready to face the challenges that lie ahead.
One of the answers is yes. I expect it to be a tough start to obviously my coaching here in Fiji. It should be that way. I'm taking over the Olympic and World Champions, so why shouldn't it be difficult? I've got a standard that I set myself and I set the players, and we need to ensure that we emulate that again.
On his first day here in Fiji, Baber has been given time off to sort out his logistics with FRU before he joins Nathan Ilidawan Impuka and the team in uprising in preparation for the Wellington and Sydney Sevens.
Today is just a day we will do administration stuff for Mr. Baber. To ensure that he settles in and gets comfortable, and then tomorrow he starts traveling down to uprising.
Fans know Baber has a huge responsibility on his shoulders, and they are already rallying behind the Welshman.
I want to wish him all the best for the tournament.
Wish he can bring many, can build up the new Fiji team.
I think he will lift our team to when it's Benren reaches, he will lift our team up.
Excitement is growing as Baber takes over and has promised to deliver his best, keeping Fiji Sevens above the rest. Fashnil Prasad, FBC Sports.
Meanwhile, the FRU has appointed Chone Rua as interim manager of the Fiji Sevens team. FRU Chief Executive John O'Connor says Rua will manage the team until the completion of the Wellington and Sydney Sevens, after which the FRU will confirm who will take over full-time as manager. Rua replaces former Fiji Sevens and Olympic Games gold medal winning manager Ropate Kauvesi, who stepped down from his position last weekend.
As the team soon confirmed appointing Chone Rua to work with Baby in the next few Gareth in the next few legs, and see how we go on from there.
The Fiji under-21 netball team is bracing for tough encounters against Australia, New Zealand, Samoa and Cook Islands in the upcoming Digital Punjab's International Youth Netball Series in Suva next week. Assistant coach Philo Korovulovula says the tournament will be used to select its best players for the under-21 World Cup in July. Meli Tavanga caught up with the team today and filed this report.
The games against the other qualifiers for the Digital Punjab's International Youth Netball Series will test these players.
This is a testing ground for local girls, and this is Vicky, our head coach, will be coming tomorrow. So this is the game we will pick the best under 21 for Fiji team.
The former Fiji Pearls captain says 3 overseas-based players will join the squad soon.
We have Claire Nawai, she's playing in New Zealand, secondary school, and Vilis Tavui, and also Anamoy. They are the overseas-based are coming in this tournament.
The baby of the squad, Lesani Wanga, celebrated her 15th birthday with the team today and says being part of the national team is a big achievement. She says playing in front of her home crowd is a big task for her.
To live up to their expectations, and sometimes it's just very hard to work with older girls.
Wanga adds she faces many challenges as a member of the team.
I hope I don't disappoint them, so I'm trying my best to train hard here, push myself so that I can make them happy.
The International Youth Netball Series next week is a build-up for the Under-21 World Netball Championship in Botswana in July. Meli Tavanga, FBC Sports.
The Fiji Football Association is bracing for a busy 2017. With so many international and local competitions last year, the association wants to set the bar higher over the next 12 months. Rohit Deo with the story.
Development programs have grown immensely, reflected in the increased number of local competitions.
The events continue to grow. the activities continue to grow, and as we progress year by year, more and more activities are going to come in, and more competitions are taking place with the women, with the girls under 17, and then we have lot of activities with the local league with girls under 15, under 16, under 17.
Fiji FA Chief Executive Bob Kumar says these are important for nurturing talent and identifying future national players.
We have various development centers set out through the country. We have Center of Excellences, and there are more and more grassroots activities taking place. Even in year 2017, we have big plans. And if the base is right, then you will be able to have success at the high level.
Des Buckingham and Chris Greenacre have been confirmed as coaches of the Wellington Phoenix for the remainder of the 2016-17 Hinde A-League season. The pair took charge of the team when Ernie Merrick resigned a month ago, and their 4 games since have seen the team unbeaten with 1 win and 3 draws. That's it from sports this evening. It's back to Amrita now with business.
Construction work during the September quarter of 2016 is estimated at $131 million. Figures from the Bureau of Statistics show a $4.4 million increase compared to the previous quarter. 58.8% of the construction, worth $77 million, was in the private sector. General government work covered the remaining 41%. It was generally dry around the country, apart from few light afternoon showers in some areas. Taking a look at the temperatures, they're quite humid in Nandi as it recorded 34 degrees, trailed by Ba and Sabu Sabu at 33. For tomorrow, scattered showers in the east, however, it will ease later in the day. Looking further onto Thursday, much of the same, increasing chance of showers. At sea, east to northeast winds 15 to 20 knots and moderate to rough seas are expected. Recapping the main stories, alleged con artist Avinesh Kumar Raj causes a commotion in court as he appears on charges of deception. Agriculture Ministry expects losses to exports after flooding. A name change for Suva Private Hospital as new shareholders buy in. For these stories and others, tune in daily to our sister radio station Gold FM. Now to the poll question. Should the residential and ground rent freeze be lifted? To answer, visit our FBC website. Send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email citizenseyes@fbc.com.fj or share it with us via our Facebook page FBC News, and if you're on Twitter you can follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC News or simply #FBC News. Until next time, good night.